All right, everybody, welcome back. Another tier list Tuesday. We're sneaking this in. I was on a trip. I just got back home. As of recording, it's 9:51. But we're gonna get this on a Tuesday. Should be the 4th of February. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm the failed author. It's your boy. We post a tier list every Tuesday. Not to say that every tier list is going to be Battlefield related, but just a random tier list. Battlefield, if you're exclusive, or if you're thirsting for Battlefield 3 content, every Friday on this channel, I upload Battlefield. I have a weekly upload schedule of Tuesday, Friday. I'm looking in to add at least one more day to kind of fill in like some classic Call of Duty content, which is another game I play. But today we're not talking about that. We're talking about Battlefield 3. More specifically, we're tier listing the Carbines. Of course, engineer class. Let's just hop right into it. Okay. All right, what do we have? The M4. I don't, not really much to say besides it's so good. It's just one of the better, in my opinion, one of the better weapons in the game. And the fact that you start with it too is just crazy. Like it is powerful. It is devastating. I mean, it's good, and I think it's a cool, it's got the cool factor too. I really like that thing with a red dot or a hollow sight. Just even the suppressor on it was cool. It's cool. Here we have next the QB. What is it? 95? I'm pretty sure it's the 95. I don't know where to put this. Like, I didn't use it like a ton, but I didn't like. I almost feel wrong. Like giving it a C because I remember it having like some low recoil if memory serves me right, but I didn't use it a ton, so maybe a little bit closer to C. But just because I have, for whatever reason, even though I didn't use it a ton, a pretty positive memory of it, I'm gonna leave it at a B. And kind of, I think it was a DLC weapon, so something that I didn't get into a lot. But a DLC weapon that I did use a lot was the MTAR. I gotta give it an A. I love that weapon. For whatever reason, my play style kind of aligned with that. Partly because you could just spray people. The fire rate on that thing was just absolutely nutty. I have a video on my channel of the MTAR and the M4 if you're interested. I did not get the QB. I don't know why I didn't buy the shortcuts. I'm a big dummy. We all know that. But it is what it is. Up next, one of the god guns, the Scar H. I put a video up on the failed authors page about the Scar H just recently. It's either up right now or it's queued up to load on one of these Fridays. I have a few queued up. It's just every first-person shooter is, and it's so good. And I know it only has 20 rounds in the magazine. I know the fire rate's not that fast, but doesn't it just seem to put in so much work? And again, that recoil for how powerful the gun is nothing. You can just put in so much work, and I love the Scar H. I think in this game it was phenomenal. And again, it's like you could really pick any one of these. What is this? The G53? Maybe not this one. I think this is. I don't know, like a C. I think that's fair, which is so cool because like the MP5 in most first-person shooters, looking at Call of Duty, like especially Call of Duty 4, is like that is the gun. I don't really remember being like an absolute killer in this game. It just wasn't that good, which gives me this one here. Like, I know what you're thinking. Give it a D. It's terrible. I think it's got some charm. I don't know. I like the iron sights. It's one of those that I could use with the iron sights. Maybe it's closer to D than I'd like to admit because I actually like this weapon, but I don't know. Well, you tell me. Do you think it deserves a D? The AK-74, the AK-74U, whatever they called it in this game. I know there's like a bajillion names for them in first person, but I know this. I liked it. I think it was cool. And I have some gameplay to upload of it, and I don't even play good in that gameplay. I still like it. I really liked the Cobra sight and the suppressor on it. I thought it just, to quote God Howard, it worked. Any Fallout fans? I love Fallout. It's a great series. Okay, so up next, probably my favorite. I mean, like, I almost want to give it an A because I don't think the community will agree. But to me, it just clicked. And I've talked about this a bunch on these tier lists or in the videos. And what made Battlefield 3 so special is just because I think my C tier weapons are, C tier, doesn't mean somebody couldn't grab this AK-74U or this G53 and just absolutely dominate. It felt like when I was on and I could play good, the AN-91 and me were a match made in heaven. The fire rate, the low recoil, whatever it was, it clicked. And you can go see on the page, I think I have a TDM with like 71 kills and 20 deaths. Like we were ladies and gentlemen, we were playing good that game. And so I have to give, just for me, again, my tier list, I got to give it an S tier. And I think I'm pretty happy with this right here. Up next, I'm going to do the G336C. I think it's an A. I think it's an A, and that's appropriate because another one of those guns that seems like no matter where it's in, it's a fan favorite. Like, just look at it. It looks cool, right? Like, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. It looks so cool. And it's good, too. Like, that's the best part is the looks. The carpets match the drape, all right? The drapes, so to say. So, don't mind me choking over here. Really phenomenal gun. That holographic sight, it just appeared to give it no recoil, which was dope because it had a fast fire rate. You could run it a lot of ways. And I know these are supposed to be like close quarter weapons, right? But something like the M4, the SCAR, and the G36C seems like you could use them long range too, right? Especially the SCAR, but these as well. I wouldn't really try and shoot someone downrange map with the TAR and the A91 as well, because I like to run it with the iron sights. For whatever reason, it seemed to work that. So the Cobra, I don't know why. Like some of these weapons, it just seems like those were just the go-to. Red dot for this old stallion, but finally, we're ending this up. And if you notice, it's the ACWR. Okay, back it up. For whatever reason, in the tier list, they did not have the SIG 553. So let's just assume, I know this is the M416, right? Let's just assume it's the SIG. I think that, somewhere around here, maybe a little bit better. I think I'd give it a B. I actually use that one a lot, and I'm trying to use it right now in Battlefield 4. It's not quite the same. So, there's that. I don't think that's also one you could, if you could control your shots, you could kind of get someone down the map. But, sorry, I don't know why, and I didn't load in the model. I should have, but it wasn't in here, so whatever. What are you going to do, But the SIG 556, hint, it's not the SIG 556 model here. It's the HK M416. It was good, at least good, and maybe, I don't know, somewhere here, I don't know if I could give it an A. I don't think I used it enough to where I'm like, oh yeah, it's so great. Up next, I think at the end of B, the ACWR is appropriate. I definitely don't think, it deserves to be anything higher than a B minus. And I'll tell you why. Low recoil, phenomenal. Magazine size, a little iffy, 26. Combine that with it's a pea shooter, pretty weak. The good news is though, like I said, it has a little recoil, right? And the reload time was okay. So, you could get targets on shot and sure may take a couple more bullets, but you could feel like you're cooking. I have an ACWR gameplay on the Field Author, and we in fact did cook with it. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is good. Notice no D's. I think that's appropriate. I think if you're going to give a D to something, it's probably this or maybe this. But you let me know what you think. And what was your favorite carbine in the game? And what did you use? Yeah, I can tell you for sure. Sorry, my watch is telling me it's 10 o'clock. But we're going to get this video up before Tuesday ends. Don't you worry. You tell me which one it is. I mean, the M4 is the low-hanging fruit because it was so dominant. But I'm looking here, and the S and A tier, those were a lot of fun to use. Every single weapon. So I don't think you could go wrong. Again, I'm the Field Author. If you like Battlefield 3 content, if you like classic Call of Duty, tier list, again, we post a tier list every Tuesday. It's not always Battlefield 3. It's just, random. I have a bunch of random ones coming up. And look forward to, I'm going to pick out a day in the week. Let me know. Should I make it just Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe a Monday? Make it a Masick, Mala, Moody. I'm just kidding. Replace everything with an M. But we're going to put a classic Call of Duties up more on the page. I'm the Field Author. Thanks for watching, and I read every comment, so if you comment down below, you best believe I'm going to reply. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. There's only a little bit left, so enjoy it.